Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Buckingham Palace has issued a major update on King Charles' health, announcing that he is set to return to public-facing duties shortly after a period of treatment and recuperation following his recent cancer diagnosis. The monarch has been receiving outpatient care since early February, when it was revealed that he had been diagnosed with an unspecified type of cancer. To mark the promising development, the palace released a never-before-seen portrait of King Charles beaming at Queen Camilla, taken by photographer Millie Pilkington. The image was captured on April 10th, the day after their 19th wedding anniversary in the Buckingham Palace garden. As part of his return to public duties, King Charles and Queen Camilla will visit a cancer treatment centre on Tuesday to meet with medical specialists and patients. The royal couple will also host the Emperor and Empress of Japan for a state visit to the UK in June. The palace stated that doctors are pleased with the progress the monarch has made so far, enabling him to resume some public-facing duties. However, these engagements will be adapted to minimize any risks to his recovery, and it is too early to say for how much longer his treatment will continue. The King's schedule will be carefully planned in consultation with his medical team, and a full summer program is not expected. Planning continues for summer and autumn engagements, including Trooping the Colour and Royal Ascot, but all future plans remain subject to medical advice. The palace emphasised that the King is greatly encouraged to be resuming some public-facing duties and very grateful to his medical team for their continued care and expertise. Piers Morgan wrote for The Sun, "It does seem incredibly cruel and unfair that someone who prepared so long for this moment has been stricken by cancer so soon into his reign. Speak to anyone in royal circles and they'll tell you how incredibly hard Charles has always worked and how diligently he has devoted himself to the duty of serving his country. For him to have been incapacitated like this, unable to fulfill that duty, must have been almost unbearably frustrating for this proud, conscientious man. But like his late great mother, his steely work ethic is only matched by his resilience and determination." Prince Harry is considering attending the upcoming 10th anniversary service of the Invictus Games via video link or a pre-recorded message due to ongoing security concerns in the UK. The decision comes after Harry lost a bid to appeal his case against the Home Office over police protection, leaving him without the automatic right to use royal security services. A source stated, "Whenever Harry travels to the UK, his trips are always dependent on how secure he is. Before deciding whether to attend the Invictus Games anniversary event, his security team must be sure that St. Paul's is adequately protected by the Metropolitan Police and his own security needs are met while he's in London. Harry wants to spend more time in the UK with his family, but there's no way he can do that while a question mark hangs over his security detail." The source also commented on Harry's change of residency. "It's not news that Harry's main residence is now in the United States. He had to register his permanent address when he was evicted from Frogmore, and that was done last June. He's been living in Montecito with his family since last summer, and everybody knows it." Royal expert Tom Quinn told The Mirror, "There are more profound implications of the change of main residence because he is a prince of the royal blood and still fifth in line to the throne. Harry is, in theory, still a councillor of state, charged with carrying out the official duties of the monarch should King Charles become incapacitated. For Harry, that is now impossible." Well-placed London sources tell Page 6, "It's become a bit of a parlour game trying to figure out who was at the royal orgy. Rebel Wilson, who is friends with Princess Anne's daughter Zara Phillips and has hung out with Prince Harry, came dressed as a buxom damsel outfit complete with cone hat. However, she ran for the hills when she was offered a tray of candy, only to discover it was in fact the party drug Molly, also known as MDMA. Page 6 reminds us that multiple people in and around the British royal family have been associated with drugs over the years, including Prince Harry, who admitted in his book Spare to having taken cocaine, cannabis, and magic mushrooms. Queen Camilla's then 24-year-old son, Tom Parker Bowles, was caught giving cocaine to a journalist in 1999, and Lord Freddie Windsor, second cousin to King Charles, was pictured snorting cocaine at a London nightclub in the same year. Palace Intrigue will be right back. Hey, if you want to skip these commercials, just a reminder, we are now on Apple subscriptions and you can listen to these shows uninterrupted, and I'll tell you more about it in a moment. In a recent interview with the Washington Post, Prince Joachim and Princess Marie of Denmark discussed their move to the United States and the controversy surrounding the removal of prince and princess titles from their children. In September 2022, the then Queen Margrethe announced her decision to strip the prince and princess titles from 4 of her grandchildren, including Prince Joachim's children, effective January 1st, 2023. This decision led to a public feud with the Danish royal family, with Prince Joachim and his family expressing their displeasure. Since then, significant changes have occurred in the Danish monarchy. Queen Margrethe abdicated, and Joachim's older brother ascended to the throne as King Frederick X. Prince Joachim and Princess Marie recently relocated to Washington, D.C., where Prince Joachim has taken up a new role as defense attaché at the Danish embassy. In the interview, Princess Marie shared her thoughts on the title controversy, stating, "We weren't happy about the way it happened, but it's a family thing. It's complicated. It's also their name. It's their identity since they were born. So it's more than just what people see as a title." Prince Joachim, on the other hand, was more direct when asked about the title, simply stating, "We've moved on." Lady Gabriella Windsor has moved into Kensington Palace 2 months after the tragic death of her husband, Thomas Kingston. The 43-year-old had previously shared a house with Mr. Kingston in Notting Hill, but has now returned to live with her parents, Prince and Princess Michael of Kent, who reside in an apartment within the palace. Thomas Kingston passed away in late February from a gunshot wound to the head. The coroner has opened an inquest into his death, and it has been determined that there were no suspicious circumstances or third-party involvement. A gun was found close to his body in an outbuilding at his parents' home in the Cotswolds. At the time of Mr. Kingston's death, his family released a statement saying, "Tom was an exceptional man who lit up the lives of all who knew him. His death has come as a great shock to the whole family, and we ask you to respect our privacy as we mourn his passing." Prince and Princess Michael of Kent are now supporting their daughter during this difficult time at the Kensington Palace residence. The move back to her family home allows Lady Gabriella to grieve and heal while surrounded by the love and support of her parents. Channel 4 has indefinitely postponed the production of the 4th series of The Windsors, a popular sitcom that satirizes the British royal family. According to Private Eye magazine, the show has been discreetly axed due to sensitivities surrounding the health of senior royals. However, Channel 4 has denied that the series has been cancelled outright. In a statement to British Comedy Guide, a Channel 4 spokesperson said, "Production on the new series of The Windsors has been put on hold until further notice, but did not provide a timeline for its return." The Windsors, which first aired in 2016, stars Henry Enfield as King Charles and features a cast of comedic actors portraying various members of the royal family. The show was set to continue despite the deaths of co-creator and writer George Jeffrey in 2020 and actress Hayden Gwynn, who played Queen Camilla in October of 22. There were discussions about recasting Gwynn's role or focusing on the younger generations of the royal family with their majesties away on tour. However, according to Private Eye, the recent cancer diagnosis of the King, Princess of Wales and Duchess of York were deemed to put the monarchy beyond a joke, leading Channel 4's Chief Content Officer Ian Katz to quietly cancel the 4th series. The Windsors is one of several comedies that have seemingly fallen foul of concerns about offending Buckingham Palace and monarchists. The postponement of the series highlights the delicate balance between satirical comedy and the public's perception of the royal family, particularly during times of heightened sensitivity regarding their health and well-being. A reminder that starting today, we'll be offering a weekly bonus episode exclusively for our paid subscribers on Apple Podcasts. This exclusive content will feature our own very royal insider, Deep Crown, who will provide his unique insights and analysis of the week's most significant royal events. To access these bonus episodes, simply open the Palace Intrigue podcast in the Apple Podcasts app, and you'll see an option there to subscribe. It says listen uninterrupted. And by subscribing, you not only gain access to the weekly bonus episodes, but you also get to listen to all these shows ad-free across our entire network of podcasts. And there's several others there, including murder shows and ghost shows and romance shows and trivia and feel-good stories and monsters, and there's a lot of good stuff on Calaroga Shark Media. So if you're new to our subscription service, we're offering a 30-day free trial of Calaroga Plus, a fantastic opportunity to explore the additional content. So join us today for even more fun discussions and revelations about the royal family. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or your app of choice. And give us 5 stars if you like the show, or leave us a review. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.